Hello friends, today we shall discuss about topic the project scope management. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you are planning to give exam or PMP in near future. So friend, project scope management is basically you can say part of our project management, in which basically we decide that what are the things which we are going to deliver to the customer and what are the boundaries of the project. So that means anything which is coming inside the boundary of a project, we have to deliver it, and if anything is going outside the boundary, so we will not be going to deliver it. For example, imagine that you are building a tree house, so you need to know exactly what you are going to build, how big it will be, and what are the material which will be used in the building of a tree house, and how it will look like when it will be finished. So that is basically all about project scope management. So first thing in the project scope management is the collect requirement. So that means basically you will gather all the ideas, needs for the tree house. Your friends might want a slide, a rope ladder, or a secret trap door. So these all are the your requirements. So what you will do, you will discuss with them and document all the requirements, what he wants actually. Then define scope, means that once you have knowledge that what your friend wants, you will decide what is realistic and what is not. So that means you can say, for example, you can fit a slide, you can have a rope ladder and a trap door in your tree house, and so you define exactly what your tree house will include and what it will not include. Okay, then create a work breakdown structure, WBS. Simply, work breakdown structure means that you will divide the project into smaller tasks. For example, you might have tasks like build the platform, install walls, add a roof. So all those things are the tasks which you will decide. So that means you are dividing the whole project into smaller tasks so that you can estimate it, you can control it. Then verify a scope means that you double check with your friends to make sure your tree house plan meets their needs and expectations. Maybe someone wanted a window that you forgot to include. You verify to ensure you are still on track and all the requirements have been included in the scope. Then control a scope means that once you start building the tree house, you need to keep track an eye on the things. Like if someone suddenly wants to add a balcony or a water slide, you have to decide whether you can include it or not. For example, someone wants to add a balcony, so it was not part of the scope, so you can say it gently that it was not part of the scope, and you can handle it as a separate CR or separate change request at some later stage. For example, friend, that you are building a website instead of a treehouse, and your client wants a website for their bakery. They want pages for menu, about them, and a way of customers to order online, take the payments, etc. So what you will do, first you will collect the requirements. That means you will sit with the client, have a meeting with them, and note down his needs, requirements, goals, objectives, and wish list. Then define the scope. That means you decide which features are essential for the website and what can be added later at some later stage. Then create work breakdown structure. That means you break down the website building process into smaller tasks like designing the home page, creating the menu page, setting up the online ordering system, taking the payments. Then verify the scope means that you show the client the initial design features to make sure they are happy with it, they are agreeing with the scope. Then control scope means that once the client, if client suddenly wants to add a blog section into the website, so you evaluate its feasibility within the current project scope and decide whether you can add it or not. Like for example, if that is not part of the scope as per the scope document, so you can simply talk with them, with the client, that was not part of the scope, so you can handle it after some time in the execution with a separate CR with a new requirement. So friend, project scope management is like drawing a boundary around your project in making sure you stay inside it while you work. It helps you avoid going over budget, missing deadlines, and ending up with something completely different what you planned actually. So friend, thank you, thanks a lot for watching the video.